Dear Diary, it is March 4th, 5:08. I don't know. Oh, it's a Wednesday. I think I finally got a job. And I'm really happy because I think it's going to pay me a good amount to survive and to pay for food and rent. And I'm very excited. The first time since I started interviewing, I gotta say this might be the first time in a year. It's the first time in a long time that I finally was interviewed by a black person. I was like, yeah, I'm getting this job. Because I'm a good candidate. It's just white people want to hire white people. They have their internalized biases. But yeah. I'm really happy about that. I've also been starting to get into just thinking about my ancestors and ancestral work. I do believe that my ancestors did that for me. I think they put me in that situation because they knew who would be interviewing me, and they you know what I mean? I asked them to help me too, and I made this potion that I've been drinking every day in the morning, and I just think I feel I'm going in a direction that I'm supposed to be going in. I feel hopeful for the future. I also have been starting to take care of myself. I think this depression that I had this winter, I really want it to be the last way that I treat myself like this. Even if I am depressed and mentally ill and down, I really want that to be the last time I ever treat myself like that and treat myself with such disrespect. And I think that's why I just kept sitting in that hole. I would not leave my bed for days. And I think maybe we can just, that's gross. That's really gross. But I'm back to my routine, and I feel so much better. It really is just getting out of bed, taking a shower, washing your face, brushing your teeth. But it's such a mountain to climb when you are so low. But I never want to ascend or go down this mountain ever again. Especially because I do want to have structure for the rest of my life so I can enjoy the rest of my life. As a 30-year-old, as an adult, of course I'll go through up and downs, but I do want to have a foundation. I want to be sure of who I am, and I don't want to disrespect myself anymore. I think I've wasted too much time doing that, and I'm really done doing that. I really need to stop. There's these habits that I've developed as a teen that have bled into my 20s that I just need to let go. And there's things that happened to me that created these cycles, but I forgive myself, and I thank my past for getting me here and for holding me and being a vessel to bring me here. And I think that's the best way to look at it, and that's the best way to change for the future, is to be appreciative, but also appreciate yourself and the way that you got to this point. Never, don't look negatively at yourself in the past, because you were trying your hardest. No matter what, you were always trying because you're still here. But you just gotta say thank you so much for helping me and getting me here. But I don't need you anymore, basically. I don't need this adolescence anymore. I'm ready to be an adult. I'm an adult, and I have been an adult, but you know what I mean. I'm ready to be together, and I'm ready to treat myself, and I'm ready to have fun, and I'm ready to approach situations level-headedly. Is that a word? I don't know. Anyways, I'm like rambling, but I'm just like, I'm tired of it. I'm like, I'm in my late 20s. Like, I'm tired. I'm just tired. I'm done. Of course, I'm like gonna be depressed in the future, right? I have depression, but I want to approach it in such a different way than I have been. I'm done. Anyways, I really want to move to a warm place next year. I think I want to move to LA. Not to be one of those people, but my friends are out there. My best friend is out there, and I want to live there. It's warm. There's nature everywhere. Like, I love New York. I love the concrete jungle. I love the culture here. I love living in Crown Heights, this like black neighborhood. I love that when I go down the street, there's like black people everywhere. And I love just how New Yorkers like move. And I've tried my best to assimilate. I think I did as much as I could here. But one thing that I realized about myself is I need to be around nature. I need to be by like just like different forms of it. I need to be by trees. I need to be by snow. I need to be by a mountain. I just need it. Like, I need it in my life. Like, I need to hold it and I need to touch it whenever and like immediately when I want to. Like, I need to be in the woods when I want to, you know? But I also don't want to live, I want to be like near like creativity, and unfortunately the way that the world is built, or the America is built, creativity thrives in our big cities, and I wish it thrived more in like smaller towns. And I know there's creativity in smaller towns, and I'm not like erasing that, but like it's like way more, it's like bigger, you know, and there's just different people and you meet different people. But yeah, that's something I've been thinking about. Another thing is I've been thinking about having kids too, and like having that like conversation with myself, because I am becoming 30 and I want to have this like, obviously I don't want kids like in the next few years, but I do want to, that's something that you have to think about and like really think about for a very, very long time. Like, you really have to think about the pros and the cons, and you really have to go over it in your head multiple times. Are you sure? Because it's such a huge change. And I just never really thought about it until like, I never thought about how that could happen to me, and like that is like a possibility until like now, and that like it's acceptable to have children, and it's not like it's too young to have a kid. Like, I'm not too young to have a kid anymore. No, like, you know what I mean. So that's something I've been thinking about, and I really want to start having that conversation with myself, which is why I want to like set this foundation, because I think if I'm clear-headed, I will know what I want, because I love children and I love being around them. And I think you can love children and not have children, but I also want them for myself. It's like, but if I want children, should I have children? Because maybe I don't understand. But also, children are like, it's hard to have a kid. It's so hard to have a kid. When I see like single moms like running around and their kids are screaming, I'm like, whoa, how in the world can you handle that? Which is like why I'm not ready to have a kid, because there's no way. But yeah, that's my conversation for myself and what I've been thinking and what I want to say in my video diary today. But yeah, whoever watches.